I didn't let the miracle baby be my flower girl. My sister Emma had been trying to have a baby for 8 straight years. No exaggeration. Fertility treatments, miscarriages, crystals, diet changes, full-on witchcraft, you name it. So when little Zoe was finally born, she became the family's miracle baby, like capital M miracle. You'd think she floated down on a rainbow with glitter wings and a choir of angels. Everyone was obsessed with her. And honestly, I was happy for Emma. I really was. Then I got engaged in February to my fiancé Jake. We were planning a modest October wedding, just something sweet and low-key. First person to lose her mind about it? You guessed it, Emma. Specifically about Zoe being our flower girl. The baby was 6 months old. 6. She wasn't walking. She wasn't even standing. But Emma was convinced she'd be marching down the aisle tossing petals by fall. She'll surprise us, she kept saying, like Zoe was going to have a growth spurt and turn into a toddler overnight. At first I just nodded and smiled like, sure, let's revisit this later. But Emma didn't let it go. She started sending me reels of baby flower girls on Instagram, texting me links to tiny white dresses at 2 a.m., and talking about Zoe's big moment like this baby had trained for years. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to figure out how to afford 80 plates of overpriced chicken parmesan because Jake and I were paying for everything ourselves. My brain was wedding chaos soup. Last thing I needed was baby drama. Here's the thing. Zoe was still not walking. Like, at all. At 10 months old, she could sit up and roll around, but she wasn't exactly rose petal material. I gently suggested maybe we could go with my friend's daughter, Becca. Becca was 4, adorable, and literally asked if she could be the flower girl. Emma lost her entire mind. We were in Target buying last-minute decorations when she had a full-on meltdown in the home goods aisle. "You're discriminating against my baby," she sobbed. "She's been through so much." "Ma'am, she's a baby. Her biggest trauma is teething." I explained calmly, while holding a soggy pack of cocktail napkins, that if Zoe can't walk, Emma would have to carry her. And if Emma's walking her down the aisle, she's literally part of the ceremony. But I wanted my maid of honor, my sister, to be sitting front row with my family, not playing baby Uber down the aisle. Emma's solution? That's fine. I'll wear a nice dress and just walk with her. No? That kicked off the full family guilt parade. My mom called me in tears. Emma deserves this after everything she's been through. My dad texted me something poetic about how love is more important than flower girls. Even Grandma left me a voicemail asking if I was sure I wanted to crush Emma's dreams like that, but no one asked what I wanted. The final straw came 1 week before the wedding. Jake and I were at the venue doing the final walkthrough with the coordinator. Who shows up completely uninvited? Emma, with Zoe, and a bag of fake petals. She just waltzes in like she's starring in a Hallmark movie and starts rehearsing. She literally walked down the aisle carrying Zoe and tossing petals while the baby screamed like she was being exorcised. The coordinator looked at me like, "What is happening?" And I was like, "I have no freaking idea." That was it. I took Emma outside and told her very calmly that Zoe was not going to be in the ceremony. Period. We were going with Becca. That's what Jake and I wanted. End of story. Emma cried again. Classic. Said I was ruining everything and that one day Zoe would never forgive me because apparently this baby has a grudge list now. I stood firm. She didn't talk to me the rest of the week. At the actual wedding, Emma showed up like she was being forced to attend a funeral. Meanwhile, Becca walked down the aisle like a tiny pro, sprinkling petals and melting hearts. It was perfect. Everyone clapped. Some even cried. And Zoe? She sat in Emma's lap sucking on a pacifier and not giving a single damn, which is exactly what a baby should be doing at a wedding. My wedding day was smooth, beautiful, and exactly what Jake and I envisioned. Sorry, miracle baby. You'll get your moment eventually, but this one was mine.